Welcome to the Sportsplug Podcast. You already know what it is. Chris, you there?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can tell you one thing. It's cold. Fucking cold.
Yeah, this ain't
Cold.
Houston. This ain't Texas weather, my
It's
people.
not. It's colder than penguin pussy. Oh my God, it's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, so we got the rundown real quick. We're gonna cover the Super Bowl wrap up. We got Tom Brady, all hell Tom Brady. We got the Texans woes. We got the Cowboys, of course, in their unfortunate happenings, and a quick 1.0 mock draft. We'll be doing basketball next week. All right. So basically, start off. So, Super Bowl recap. Basically, what did the five fingers say to the face? Tom Brady, nigga. Bam, nigga. like,
Wow.
nigga, that was a unity punch on top of a unity punch. One thing I will say, I didn't expect the Chiefs to not score a fucking touchdown. I mean, I expected them to lose, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But
Yeah.
we didn't expect them not to score a touchdown at all and to come out there and take a
Uh,
something like that. But
nah,
that
I'm
was
not
my
gonna
big
say I
recap.
saw that. I thought
Go
they would
ahead.
lose. I did think they would lose, but I didn't think it was gonna look like that.
No, I mean I don't think anybody did. A lot of people lost money. Um, I mean, damn, that was a beat down. But let's get into the crux of it, I guess you could say, or get into the crevice. What really matters, what we all said, or what we all said, what most people knowledgeable said, or not even knowledgeable. Just if you watch football for any period of time in your life, then you know that all the cheetahs and all the Godwins and all the Evans and all the Rojos and all the Fournettes and all the Kelseys and all the Hopkins. They keep naming squad all the Julios and the Zekes and all those players are nice. But Chris, what's the most important position on the field? Where's the battle won?
In them trenches, left tackle, and then I'm guessing right tackle.
Because they didn't have either, and the book was closed.
Close. Like, and it's funny. Tom Brady's rookie left tackle ended up having one of the best seasons after week 5. Dude didn't give up a sack. And so it's one of them. It's just that's the case. Like he had his lineman and Pat Mahomes didn't.
And I will say, I think that it was kind of. I think when the news came out, like I even told you, because I was like when I saw the news come out, I was like, wait, he missing both his tackles? I was like, oh, they about to lose. I didn't think they get blasted like that because I didn't think that they would be as stubborn as they were, which I guess we can get into right now. First things first, why didn't they keep running the ball? Like, I
Run the
don't,
ball, man. Run the ball.
and I mean it's easy to answer that question. Well, they just do what they do, but you can't just do what you do and lose. Like when you're successful at something else, because they was pretty successful running the ball. You never know. They could have kept running it. They probably could have kept the ball out of Tom Brady's hands, and he wouldn't have been able to do that
Yeah,
damage.
they didn't
But
have to abandon the run so fast, in my opinion.
go ahead.
Like they abandoned it too quick. Like you gotta keep running it. But they abandoned it and went with what they figured they know, which is passing, and they paid a price for that.
And I think that's a big problem in the league, though. I don't know why it's the. Not that I don't know. I don't really care why. I just it doesn't make any sense that you would go out there and just say, oh well, hey, passing's not working, but we pass. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire and you got Bell. I mean, shit, you could try to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like you could try, but I mean they didn't. That was one part of it. Another part of it was we saw Rob Gronkowski look like he had 2 weeks off, and he was fresh. He
Man,
was
look
fresh.
like that boy finna be the new Robert Ory at football. Like,
Rob
just
Gronk,
get me to the chip, big bro, and
yeah,
I got
bro.
you.
He's the Kawhi Leonard, Robert Ory. He just wake me up when it's time for ships. That's all Rob needs is to know that we're in the playoffs and it's time to win. The whole season he looked slow. I admit it. I'm a Rob fan. Looked slower. Looked like they weren't going to use him much. And then all of a sudden, wow! In the playoffs he got a screen. Looked like he had some legs. And in the Super Bowl he just said, "Shit, I like to party. I don't know about y'all, but I get to these things and I try and win them."
So
Him,
this is what we show up for the party.
him.
Y'all boys,
Go ahead.
he said y'all boys fired up for the wrong thing. We come to the party.
No, that's a big fact. And what else? Um, I also noticed just the Pat Mahomes. I want to see your off season workouts because I was just I don't know like words can't describe how those passes were coming out except for damn shit he can do that. Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like there was
Yeah,
nothing like
I
other
will
words
say
can't
that.
describe that.
Hey, look, regardless of what anybody say, that dude made some throws that just had me like, yeah, he different.
Bro, two of them hit people in the face. Tyreek
And he
Hill,
was like parallel to the ground.
to the ground. To the ground. Shout out to AB. AB went from crazy. He still, I know Chris, you lost that money, but he got a ring.
Hey, that's all that matters at the
Hey,
end of the day.
look like he's gonna probably come back, try to get another one, because I don't know anybody else that's gonna want him. And we'll talk about that in just a second.
I mean, at
Um,
the end of the day, bro, he got him a chip. And regardless to how crazy he may be and all of that, you can't take away that he one of the best receivers we've ever seen play football. So
and he showed up for the Super Bowl. And he
he
showed
showed
up.
up for the
He
bowl.
showed up. You know who else showed up? Another guy that was cast off? Leonard Fournette, one of our college favorites, or at least one of mine. Leonard Fournette got him a ring. And when they say, well, you don't fuck with dudes that shave their head up bald on purpose. He said, I can have an edge up, but I don't want one because I'm out here. But no, he was,
I
I
don't
think,
care about all that. All he care about is ball.
what did they call it? Say, y'all out here for the glitz and the glare. I'm not here just to play football. But he did also in the playoff run. Why I want to bring him up is because he's the only person since I believe Larry Fitzgerald that scored a touchdown in every game, including the Super Bowl, on the way to getting to a Super Bowl. Of course, Larry Fitzgerald lost, but he did score in every one of those games. Um, as far as the Bucks are concerned, what real like of course it's the big interest is of course they're talking about they want to bring everybody back and all that's nice and dandy until people's money starts getting fucked with. So, it, do you think that it's going to be a Godwin dismissal? Try to get Odell, try to get whoever else. I'm me personally. I think it's look. I don't know where they're going yet, but if I was to guess, I think that Patrick Peterson and Odell Beckham are probably going to be wearing Buccaneer helmets next year.
I mean, that's a good chance because they're going to lose some players, bro.
I think Godwin's gone, just for his own good.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame a man for wanting to go get paid.
And then
Like, he
Fournette,
got a Super Bowl ring. Like, at the end of the day, as far as Godwin goes, now he just got to compile stats and he can go down as a Hall of Famer. Like,
and
he has
then
Hall of Fame potential.
and then you got Rojo who's under contract, so he's not going anywhere. So that means that Leonard Fournette, unless he takes a pay cut, he could be on another team.
Yeah, I can see Leonard Fournette playing for another team. I mean,
He's
at the
another one
end of
for
the
compile
day,
stats.
he just got to compile stats. Like,
Yeah.
dude was a top 5 draft pick. He showed up in the playoffs. Like, now he just got to finish doing what he was doing at Jacksonville. Like, it wasn't like he was ever a guy we looked at and was like, dang, remember how cold he was in college? Like, he was balling for them, and they just self-imploded and blew up their whole team.
I like what you said. You told me about Ndamukong Suh. Tell other people. Tell me
Oh,
what you told
yeah,
me.
he's a
What is
hired
he?
mercenary.
All right, but that's the
Like,
perfect example to make, though.
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs pay him, bro. Like, he just out here going for who? Hey, he getting his bag.
What if the Chiefs got him and JJ? Ooh.
Man, that would be scary.
The things that would be said to people on the field as they're getting destroyed would probably be ferocious. Oh, man.
Bro, that would be scary. Like, that combination would equal up to having Aaron Donald.
Yeah, and then what?
Because
And
you
then you
could put
got
both of them inside and they can just bombard you with when you still got JPP and you still, like, maybe you can franchise Shaq Barrett.
that's what I was gonna ask you. Do you think Shaq Barrett's still gonna be there? Do you think that Shaq Barrett's
Nah,
gonna?
I
He's
think
gonna
Shaq
be.
Barrett is another guy who finna go get his money, run his
But
bag up.
I think you replace him in the draft. I can get into that in a second, but I think he's replaceable. What about the Chiefs? Just your thoughts. What do you think the Chiefs need to do? They just got their ass beat. They didn't have their tackles. What do you think that they need to do?
Um, don't think it's much they need to do, bro. Like they just gotta, come back next year healthy. They do need to probably look at. I mean, maybe Sammy Watkins can fill in as a good possession receiver. The biggest thing, they just got to build a defense. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna play games like that where you ain't gonna be able to score. Like that's a part of football.
Yeah.
You got to be able to come back out there when you on defense and just do the same thing to them.
Yeah. That's right. I feel like the same. I think the Chiefs, like you said, healthy. We'll get into the draft in a second, but yeah, healthy and do something about your defense. I think if the defense, I think we talked about their linebackers, just I don't want to sit down here and call anybody garbage or sorry or not good, but it seems to me that when I look at them, I look at safety. All right. I look at the front four, and I'm like, okay, Chris Jones got them guys. Okay. And I look at the linebacker core, and I'm like, there's not really anybody. It's always Matthew. It's always Matthew coming down. And so I think that when you have him coming down that much, I think you got to do something about that in that area. But other than that, did you like the game?
Yeah. I mean, I like
You
the
know about
game. I
that.
like the halftime
Yeah,
performance.
hold on, that's what I was about to get into. So all you people out there talking about you did like the halftime performance, man, fuck you. I'm just gonna say it because I liked it. Man, forget that. I loved it. It was dope. Yeah, I like the artist that did it. The Weekend Goes Hard. But shit, it was dope. I don't know what people really want more from it. And to me and you, Chris, it's dope. It's more dope to see a dude or a female do this show by themselves the whole show. To show that they
Yep.
got the ability to do a whole halftime show by themselves and keep your attention. And he was pulling songs. Man, House of Balloons came out of nowhere. And on top of everything, another thing that I know the joke's been said around, but I'm gonna say it too. It's crazy that a halftime show that was presented by Pepsi had all the songs about Coke. That shit was live. Because that's all the weekend talking about. If you don't know, but if you don't know, now you know. If you knew, you already knew, and that was live to you. But moving on from that, all hell Tom Brady. The biggest thing, he got 7 rings. Let's just go ahead and do the cliche. Is Tom Brady the best winner in team sports? Go.
He's up there, but I'd have to go with Bill Russell.
Ah.
I'm not saying that I got to see Bill Russell, and I mean I understand that, but if we just going off of a guy who whenever they got there, they got it done. Shit, Bill Russell got 11 chips, and he was the coach for 2 of them.
Bill Russell has never lost an elimination game.
I mean, I ain't saying you can say what you want about who the greatest and all of that, but in my books, I like hoisting the trophy and feeling the I like hoisting the trophy and feeling the confetti.
The man's got 11 championships as a player, 2 as a player coach. Now, it's one thing to go out there and get your buckets and do everything like you should, but it's another thing to go out there and be like, yo, man, time out. All right, and then you sit down and hand me clipboard because I gotta get this done this way too.
Look here, bro, you playing wrong. Everything you doing is wrong. Let me show you what you need to do. That's just mind-boggling.
Bro, no,
not only.
That's most coaches would say hey, okay, when you see dirt go to the hole, you need to pop out. Bill Russell was telling people, when I pop to the hole, you need to pop out, and then drawing it up for him on a clipboard, and this is how we gonna win. I got you.
And bro, to make it even more special, bro, everybody always say, oh, he only was winning because he had Hall of Fame players out there. As a hooper, this is when I'm not a hooper or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I would think as anybody who's good at whatever they're doing, the only way you gonna take advice from somebody else or coaching from somebody else who's playing in the same sport as you is if you feel like this dude here really know what he talking about.
We can debunk right now with one series. We can go ahead and debunk that he was playing with only he's the one that had the niggas getting buckets. In 1962, he played in the NBA playoffs in the finals against the Lakers. Elgin Baylor in the first game had 35. Russell had 28. And now listen to this. In the second game, Jerry West, 40. Bill Russell, 23. There's a pattern here. Elgin Baylor, 39. Next up, what you call it? Two ties. And this is, by the way, my bad. This isn't points. This is rebounds, people. Like, points was overshadowed by the two Lakers. As far as every other stat compiled, it was Bill Russell. Next game, Elgin Baylor dropped 38. You know what I'm saying? Boston won, by the way. Boston, and he just every game, bro, 29 boards. Like, if you want to go into the, and you really don't want to see how many points he was scoring, because the man was shooting 54% from the field, and he come on, bro.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we really don't. I'm not saying, hey, you can say what you want, who the greatest, but I'm just saying, like, in an era where a man averaged a triple double and another man averaged 50 points, not only did he win the MVP, but he beat them both.
Yeah.
And he was coaching while doing it.
And he got more championships as your favorite player, and he might have more championships than your favorite coach, depending on who it is. Unless he coached Jordan or something. But
and I'm gonna say this, because this might be unpopular opinion. But would it be outside the realms that Bill Russell was the coach for all of them, and that Red Auerbach was just the face? Because they couldn't, at that time, have a 6'9" Negro
being the coach of the team. So we're going to give him 13. Just give him 13. Because he was the one doing the coaching. Like that.
I don't believe he just showed up the last two. All right, now
I just magically learned how to do this. Like, now I'll give Tom Brady his due, though. He's probably
of the modern era, yeah.
Yeah, the modern era, yeah. And I do have him over Jordan, just for the simple fact that football is just it's a harder, man. Football is a lot of different minds doing a lot of different shit. Like you just gotta think, 2 years ago, Pat Mahomes didn't get to go because someone jumped off sides. Bro, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing he could do.
I'll go less simpler than that. Michael Jordan didn't win a championship when he went to play with the Wizards.
Facts.
And that's it. Like Tom Brady. We can say what we want to. Maybe systems, maybe not. But when a guy goes from one place to another and the exact next year wins a chip, he's the system. You bring him in, and the way he does things, you'll win.
And everybody wants to go there and play. Like, we could have the debate.
Adrian Peterson said he want to go.
Hey, and Adrian Peterson might rush for a thief. You never know. Just being down there, he might get it done. He's one of those. Tom Brady may be the second best leader ever. After Bill Russell.
But I'm gonna give Bill Russell his due.
There's nothing you can say about a 6'9" black guy in 1962 getting Boston one thing to follow him and to rejoice in championships, but the players as well, the coach.
And to make it even more crazy, he did all this in a time where, man, the people treated him like he was nothing. So like, I'm not gonna act like that was easy to do. Like, it's easy to be Tom Brady when the whole world, like, not the world, but I don't know the world, but I know everywhere in America, when you show up, it's love. Like, Tom Brady can go to the Jets or he can go to $1 million function and it's love.
Yeah, it's gonna be love. They told Bill Russell, man, you got to go through the back. You know what? Matter of fact, you can't even sleep here.
He went on a road game. He came back home and his walls was covered in shit.
Like,
nah, I'm not gonna disrespect, and he still won all of those championships. Like, we can debate who the best is, but in my opinion, if you're just talking about winners and, hey, we play the game to win championships, like, if you saying who do I get to start on the path to a championship, I'm going to take that guy.
Yeah, you have it. But all football circles.
I'll hail Tom Brady, the greatest football player we've never got the liberty of watching.
I wouldn't say the greatest football player. I'll say the greatest quarterback, because I think the greatest football player is probably a lineman.
I'm going to give it to Tom Brady.
Man, why did the lineman get any love?
It's not that.
We just saw Pat Mahomes. He was nothing. He was nothing without them.
This is the reason why I give Tom Brady even more love. Because remember the year they won the Super Bowl in New England, and he had the worst O-line because the O-line coach left, and he came back the next year. Yeah. And they still won a Super Bowl. When your lineman not there, Tom Brady know to get the ball out quick. We can't throw deep passes. Tom Brady made your line don't have to be great. I'll make it work. Just get to where I tell you to be at, and I'll make everything else work.
Well, I mean, I can't even hate on that. Hey, well, shit. Sorry, lineman. I tried to fight for you, but that's a very compelling case.
The alignment are important, and in most cases, they do overweigh the quarterback. But I'm saying with Tom Brady,
that's why you know, don't matter with him.
If you saying we doing a draft of all time in football, I feel like me having him, the rest of the guys, it is what it is.
You just go get Tom Brady and press start?
I would.
Or get Tom Brady and ask him who you want. I'm going to try to get those guys. Not try. I'm going to get who you want, and then we can just press start on the other shit. That's pretty much how it went. That's pretty much how it went.
Wilt Chamberlain played at Kansas. He was probably he's one of the craziest. Wilt Chamberlain was cold, but Bill Russell was a winner. But shout out to both of them. Happy birthday, Bill Russell, bro.
Hey, happy birthday. Belated birthday to Bill Russell. Salute to you. What he say? He said, I'm turning 87. What they say? What you got to say? He said, I'm going to kick your ass. Right on, bro. Right on. I love it.
Yo to the big noob, baby. I would have. Hey, look, this is a segue. Yes, I am a Kappa. Bro, I would have not wanted to be in no room that Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell was walking in. Wait a minute. And that was back when boys wasn't skating. So we know they was hazing dudes nah, Big Bill, you got it, cuz. You can't hit them. Wilt Chamberlain swing, man, Wilt Chamberlain swing a cane on, man, cuz. Hey, salute to the big noobs, but hey, whoever them boys players, y'all the real MVPs. Hey, look, my dean was a good 6'7", 6'8". Shout out Big Bill. He was on the hoop team. He was a big dude, but he wasn't Wilt. He wasn't the stilt. And I'm telling you, that boy Big Bill wasn't no little dude. He played basketball. He was cold. He was a big dude. But you talking about someone walking up in there? Nah. And they say Wilt Chamberlain was just as strong as Arnold Schwarzenegger and beat Jim Brown in a foot race. Man, he was probably in there standing at one end of the line, slapping the person on the other side.
Bruh, at this point, you got to hit the subscribe and the like button, because this is the only place you get content like that.
Yeah, push the ding on that, bro. But for sure. Shout out to the boys who got pledged by that boy, Big Wilt and Big Bill. Because y'all really the soldiers, because I'm telling you, I haven't been in no set. And a nigga come in and he 7'1" by 250, bro, that's a monster. You mean to tell me he can hit me? Nah.
All right, let me get you back. Let me get you out of that. Before you give people nightmares or reoccurring ones, or a nigga might have a flashback while listening to this motherfucking show. Which one of Tom Brady's Super Bowl rings is the best? I'll go first. I think that his best Super Bowl ring ever that he has won has got to be the first one versus St. Louis.
I would go with this last one to me, just because in the other ones, Brady made passes, but you can say, man, the defense really smothered them in this one, and give a lot of credit to the D. Even though you can give a lot of credit to the D in the Tampa Bay game too. Tom Brady really did play flawless. That was one, and the one against Atlanta. I take that back. That one against Atlanta.
That was my second thought, and the last one. But my thoughts is, because me and you were both alive during that time frame, and me remember, I don't know if y'all remember, because the legend of Tom Brady is so big. I don't think people remember how cold that Rams team was and what they was doing to niggas on a weekly basis. Y'all think about Kansas City and what they're doing. Well, think about the same thing, except people could hit you. And people could jam you at the line. And Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt were still, and Marshall Faulk were still out there like destroying
Torching people.
like torching, like you don't understand. Like at one point in the game, Chris, I know you remember this, when I think it was Oz Hakeem caught the ball and was so far ahead of the, no, it wasn't Oz, it was Torrey Holt caught the ball. Oz Hakeem hopped that nigga down, and they were talking shit to each other for 10 yards, y'all. They was running into the end zone talking to each other.
I'm not saying that they're faster than Tyreek Hill was, but imagine a team full of guys doing what Tyreek, like they were literally just running away from.
But they weren't small. They weren't like 5'11". These dudes were like 6 foot, 6'1". Like, and Oz Hakeem was like a tall cheetah because he was fast.
Like, bro, they were just walking away from people, bro. Like, it was amazing how they beat them. And it's pretty amazing that Brady beat both teams that you would consider the greatest shows on turf.
Bro, he has beat both teams that you consider the greatest shows on turf. And I know if you don't remember that game also was the birth of Ty Law and Teddy Bruschi in the defense. And that game, because I remember growing up, because I was like, how are the Patriots going to even, like, contend with these guys? Like, the Patriots had just lost, like, where they lost Drew Bledsoe, and then Tom Brady had came in and made it hot. You know, like, it was one of those. Then they beat the Steelers. They ended up coming in. They ended up beating the Steelers. But like, nah, man. I don't think people understand. That was a dope ass. That Rams team was dope. What he did there was ridiculous. So, anything else on Tom Brady, or shall we leave him be? Oh, shout out to Tom Brady for how he partied. I fucks with that heavy. You know me, Chris.
Heavy. Shout out to that boy.
I said, Chris, if I ever win anything, y'all, I'm going to look like Tom Brady. I'm going to look like Tom Brady. Maybe worse if you know me. Nah. But Tom Brady was on it. And another thing, did you recognize this, Chris? When he threw the championship trophy, Cameron Brake caught it by the football parts. That was live to me.
Yeah.
He caught it by the football parts. That was dope.
That was dope.
Did you have anything else? Any other Super Bowl shout out?
Salute to the defense and Todd Bowles, man. We ain't forget about y'all. Y'all went out there and just flat out dominated. That's why I enjoyed it, because I like to see people just get dominated. Like, we gonna hit you.
Go ahead.
Like, we gonna hit you. Like, hey, y'all do what y'all do, but we gonna hit you.
I like it. And a shout out to Devin White. You, sir. You probably scare kids. You probably scare kids, but you are fucking amazing, dude. If anybody get this to Devin White, bruh, you're fucking amazing. Like, that linebacker right there. Hey, man, can there some way we can get a star on his helmet? I mean, like a bull, like that dude right there is a monster. But
he should be going in the next Madden. He should be the best rated linebacker. 99 all the way across. Showing love, man.
Hey, he got to have speed to kill. He got to hit everybody. He got to have a nose for the ball. The guy will pick it off. It just doesn't matter. He's everywhere like air. Like he said, this is my motherfucking house. So, congratulations, Tampa Bay. We're going to see what's up next year. Oh, last question before we move on to other sadder things that are going on in Texas football. And I'm not talking about college. Do you think they repeat next year?
If I have to bet them or the field and I don't get to pick any other team but them or the field, I'm going to take them.
Okay, I'm going to say no, and I'm going to take the field. And I may be looking wrong, but hey, it's just hard to repeat. That's it. That's all right. Sorry. That's all I got. It's hard to repeat. All right, Chris, we're going to start. You want to go in Texas from the south to the north or from the north to the south? Because both our teams are fucking up. I guess we can go over my team first. It's a little bit quicker.
Yeah, because I'm going to end with a shut the fuck up from my team.
So let me pour up a little bit of this Jameson. I'm not sponsored, but Jameson,
show us love, Jameson.
Show me love, baby, because I drink Jameson like water. Me and Jamie go way back. So anyways, what you call it? I'm going to say this. Man, I can't do any better than Dominique Foxworth did. And if you didn't see what Dominique Foxworth did on Get Up, I strongly encourage you to go look up Dominique Foxworth. I strongly encourage anybody and everybody that's alive to watch Get Up in the morning. And if you have any, and if one day in particular, you need to watch it on Wednesdays because they call it Culture Wednesdays for a reason. And you just gotta watch it. But I can't do better than him. How could you leave Dak out of the speakers? I know we had a discussion on the phone. He said, "Russ, I told you got to go off on your team." So I'm about to go off on a tangent right now Then I'm gonna let you have your thoughts. But how the fuck you leave your motherfucking quarterback that you suck? You suck without this nigga. Like, you suck. Hey, I am a Dallas fan, Chris. How long have you known me? 15, 16, 17, how many long have you known me? Years.
Long time.
Double digits. What is my favorite team? Who is my favorite team? Who I ride for?
The Cowboys.
I'm telling you, Dallas, you can replace the star with Dak right now. Because, nigga, we are nothing without him. We are nothing. And if you watched last season and you think there's hope, like, what world are you living in? This is not a fairy tale. This is not something that Jerry Jones is writing himself that's gonna come around and be good. Am I overacting? Yes, because we need that nigga. Like, we need to go give him a black blank check. I don't even know if black checks exist, but I know black cards do, and they worth more than the regular ones. So get that nigga a black blank check. Shit, make our jerseys black. You can change the star to Dak. Ask him, what do you want? What part of Dallas do you want to live in? You can live in a suite in the stadium. Whatever you need. Like, because this is very crucial, because all you need to do is sign him and fix the defense. And I guarantee you this. If you put Dak on your team as a quarterback, he's gonna get to 1 Super Bowl before he's done. He's gonna get to 1. He's a black Tim Tebow, damn it. Like, Mark Gumbo. Like, I'm telling you. And
yeah.
Sign him, and to have everybody else inside of the, I mean, I get it. Yeah, Troy, to the person that made it, because they say it was just a person that made it, which I believe is total bullshit. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. But to the person
that person should be fired.
Fired. Like, fired. By Dak. Like they should give Dak his phone number and be like, yo, man, you get to do it.
Like wait up, bro. Like real talk, I'm supposed to be how y'all lead this thing off.
Bro, top 5 in like every passing category. You lose them, your team goes to shit. You want to show Troy Aikman, I love you. And Troy Aikman said, what the fuck y'all doing? Troy Aikman basically told y'all, man, ain't no more music videos with Troy unless you featuring Dak, my nigga. Like, you can't do that. You got Emmett in there. Bro, they had random special teams niggas. Who's number 38?
Bro, I think they had the backup QB out there.
Bro, who's number what? Like, bro, they had some niggas that ain't gonna be on the team next year. Come on, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Dallas, get it together. Like I told my, this is the classic story, Chris. We've all had the friend. We've all had the friend that comes to you, man. Fuck that. Oh, I don't need that bitch. Fuck her. I don't need. And you look him square in his eye, and you like, my nigga, I love you, bro. You my homie. You need her. She makes you better. Dallas, you need that. Dallas, when you walk in the party without that, they don't really notice you. When you walk in the party with that, next break, niggas turn and niggas like, how'd they get that quarterback?
Hey, it's an episode on the board. I would say, you without me equals shit.
Shit, bro. Cowboys, we are Otis. We are Otis. Didn't nobody come to see us? They came to see Dak. So please sign this motherfucker so we can go to the bowl. Because I'm getting sick and tired of these people that are shitting on the Cowboys weekly, and they have a reason to, because we are not performing. But Chris, go ahead, your thoughts.
Man, bro, it probably really was just a Freudian slip type deal. But again, you don't get an excuse. Like, the reality is, as much importance is placed on the quarterback, even if he's not going to be your quarterback in the next few years, you still have him first because he's the quarterback at the moment. Like, that's not a move. That's not a good move. Like, it's your quarterback at the end of the day.
Man, this is like Future letting Sierra go. This is gonna affect us for years. Like, we have got to get this thing signed.
Like, I get your perspective of not always wanting to pay the quarterbacks, but I also believe that when you at a certain point, you kind of don't have a choice. Like, y'all at that point now where everybody is at their best. Like, this is the best that a lot of those other players are going to be. So, like, you have to sign Dak and go forward.
This is like, yeah, it was just bad. All right. Ready to take that trip down?
Man.
On the highway.
45 South.
All the way. We're not gonna make a stop. We're not cutting off.
Hey, look, I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna give my.
Hold on, let me give him a gunshot. Hey, y'all, we about to talk about the Texans. Bang!
Nah, before I say anything, bro, I'm gonna say fuck Dak.Houston WE. Like,
he Crip walking for the Lord though. You got
like, hey, look, this dude that single-handedly came in for a turn for the worse. Like our team took a turn for a worse since he came. And then to add to it, Cal McNair, like, what's the point of hiring a search firm? Like when you're a team president who done been the president since the inception of the team, just quits, like that ain't like a job you can just go get somewhere else. Like, you're not just finding that job laying around. Like when a dude quit that kind of job, like, bro, he done been making, if he just made $100,000 for the last 20 years, that's at the least.
And he just said, fuck it. The nigga, he just woke up. Like, that's how you know it's probably a shit show. Because he woke up and just said, you know what? Nah, fuck it. He probably called Deshaun and said, I'm leaving too, bro. Fuck it. Where you at? I'm going to go chill with you because there ain't no point in me being here. Like, from the outside view looking in, I mean, like, one, Dak.Houston WE's one of them guys, your homeboy dudes. We all seen them. How do you go from being that to being that to deliberately making changes on the team? Like, bro, man, dog, you gotta, come on, man. I mean, shit, Jesus loves everybody. He loves me too. You ain't gotta do that. Like, you ain't gotta do all that, man. Like, ooh, good Jesus. That team's being ripped to shreds by one man. What's up?
But it's just like what the fuck? Like that part is just crazy. Like this dude does nothing, shows up, and now he's making football decisions.
He's making football. For y'all that don't know, let's tell them what he was. For people that don't know, that probably, if you're in Houston or if you're in Texas at all, you probably already know. The dude is a chaplain. Basically, he's the dude that goes in and preaches for the team. You know,
man, but he has more of a, like Bill Belichick even said it, like he's good for the system. He's good to have him around. Like, he's just not supposed to be making personnel decisions. Yeah, he cool in the weight room. He cool, you know what I'm saying? Talking to guys on the way out of the stadium. Motivational. Get your Joel Osteen on. But when you got him in there, like, nah, we don't need DeAndre Hopkins. Like,
he's not one with the Lord. Did you imagine he was up in there? No, we don't need him. He's got some things. He's got some demons.
Like,
we gotta trade
DeAndre Hopkins. Like, bruh, the city of Houston has gone through something that, man, I didn't see it all. I thought, like, bruh, all of our best players have just left.
I've never seen a dismantling of a team.
Every team.
Yeah.
Like of every team. The Texans.
Oh,
like
shit.
The only
he pod now.
The only thing I give the Texans, the only thing I give the Texans a big up on is a big up to JJ Watt, man. Like that dude didn't put it down for the city, bro. Like that's like that guy held it down when it was nothing else, bro. Like we had no reason to look at the Texans other than because number 99 was out there, bro, and you knew that dude was gonna put on a show. Like he didn't have the supporting cast for all of them years, and then years when he did, bro, we didn't get it done, bro. But JJ Watt, bro, you is the H, my G. Like no ill will here, bro. Like in my heart of hearts, bro, if that guy wins a Super Bowl somewhere next year and he came back to Houston, I help organize a goddamn parade, or I would at least go to it. I wouldn't organize it. I'll keep it above. But
I wouldn't organize it. I'll keep it above. That's the Jameson. I don't even know if you're drinking Jameson, but that's the Jameson. Jameson.
That's JJ Watt. JJ Watt really was.
I gotta say this real quick. You gotta hit the subscribe and the like button. Oh yeah, and if you hit that little dong button, then every day, at some point, it's gonna go bing. And it's going to say Sportsplug got something for you to watch. It's either going to be a highlight. It may be a player comparison. It may be a mock draft. It may be a whole episode of the podcast. It may just be Chris giving away free barbecue. Oh, shit. You do barbecue?
Yeah. Hey. Get on out there, Spring Street Wine and Beer Garden, 1920 Houston Ave. And if you come up to me on this frigid day and you say love bug for the rest of the month of February, just say love bug. I got you.
Do you hear that, people? Now I gotta hurry up and go forward. Okay, go ahead and finish what you said about JJ. He got the city. We do a parade for him. Oh, that was my thing. Where do you? Because I'll start it though. Or do you have some more that you want to go on about?
Nah, and I want to say big ups to the Texans for finally making a good move of all of the crazy stuff they've been doing. It was time to part ways with JJ. Like, we got to start recovering cap room. Like, so that was a good step in the right direction. Now it's more of just let your GM be the GM and let the other guys do other stuff.
That is true. I will say this. What he was saying, y'all, 17-5. That's how much that they did save by letting him go the way they did. So they did do something smart. It's just sad to see how this is all unfolding and that it's unfolding because some sort of virus has seeped its way into the organization.
And this nigga Jack Easterby is worse than the Rona.
Bro, oh shit, he's worse than the Rona and he gonna be there longer than 2 days. Now, I'll say this real quick. I think he should go play for the Steelers, or not should. I say let's do should and want. I think he should go play for the Chiefs. I want him to go play for the Steelers. Yo, should and want on JJ Watt, where you gotta go?
Man, I gotta break it up in it's one of those. If it's really just on this is my last year playing, or last few years playing, I just wanna win, lose, or draw. I just wanna be with my brothers. Having 2 other brothers, bro. And having a chance to just work with my brother for a little bit, bro. Yeah, we fuss and fight, but that shit really was fun, bro. It's nothing like that. And so if I'm JJ, a chance to live with my bros again, after this, everybody gonna be raising kids. This that one last time for us to just hang out like we used to. I can respect going to Pittsburgh. But on the flip side, if I'm saying where I want him to go, I want him to go to Green Bay. As you may know, I gave them to shut the fuck up a lot this year. And even when they didn't trade for J.J. Watt, bring the hometown kid back, bro. He's probably the best player to ever come from that state.
I think so. I'm not. I mean, I don't know who else. I don't know the other football players. I think he's better at what he did as a Tyler Hero at this point. But no, I mean, I don't know a lot about Wisconsin. So, hey, in the comments, let us know who's the best player to ever come
out of the Dub.
To ever come out of the Dub. Y'all got a new nickname today, the Dub. Don't you know? Don't you know?
Don't you know?
We the Dub, don't you know? Hey, we got.
I think JJ the best. Shit.
Hey, he might need to go to the Dub and go play with A-Rod so they can get A-Rod and him, don't you know? And have you.
But to the flip side, another place I wouldn't mind seeing him go is to go play with the GOAT. To just see him and Gronk on the same field. Seeing him and Gronkowski. If they lined them up, because they could play him on offense for a play, and you put him and fullback Gronk in there, man, they run it into the zone. You going to the residency.
When we do, and we are going to have a free agency special, we go over all the free agents and who needs to go where and what not. But I will say that I think we can honestly say, as far as every free agent goes, unless they're below a certain age, or unless they're getting their first chance at money, all these dudes are probably going to have a shot of trying to go take less to go play with Tom Brady. But no, that's good. I will say this. I will say this. Another team that is that is maybe, I guess you could say, kind of, in the front running, which is interesting because of the play. Which is interesting because of the makeup that they have, is the Browns. If the Browns were to get JJ and Myles Garrett,
I'm gonna give you another team that really got a shot that people don't talk about. But the Bills, him and Ed Oliver used to always be around each other.
The linebacker's name? You're right. The Houston connection. Yep.
Yeah, Ed Oliver, he used to always have it. He was always doing shit. I could see him and Ed Oliver. Because they got the DBs, they got the linebackers, Jamar Evans, Davius White. They solid. That boy Johnson, I'm gonna mention him. Like, I can't think of your first name, little homie, but you was out there balling this year. Like, several times I watched you get pick sixes. Like, so I'm gonna give him love. And you throw JJ into that, that'll solidify that D line. Like, that wouldn't be bad. Like, if we going for a team who, outside of the obvious, like
Yeah.
Buccaneers or Chiefs, like if you saying who could he join and he help get them over the
Hey,
top,
Bills, JJ would
like
be
the Bills would be a team. Like, because if
the
he go
Bills.
to the Bills and they get over
Heavy,
the top,
nasty.
he's gonna get a lot more credit than if he goes to Tampa Bay or Green Bay. But if he go to the Bills or Green Bay, he get credit because A-Rod ain't got him over the
No,
top yet.
Green Bay would be a good one too. Anybody, go
Nah,
help
somebody
A-Rod.
will, bro.
Somebody, please. Like he up there, the coldest. The coldest. I mean, Pat Mahomes, you're still young. As far as a thrower of the football, he the coldest motherfucker I've seen. In my life. As far as like, I mean, Pat Mahomes, you dope. On levels that I can't like talk about, but you've been in the league for 3 years. I done seen Aaron Rodgers do this shit for a long time. Des caught it. All right. You should have never had another chance. All right. So let me go move forward. We're gonna do this real quick before we wrap up. We're gonna get into mock draft 1.0. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say this real quick when I get into the mock draft 1.0. The mock draft 1.0 has no trades. I know, Chris, you and the other people and Todd McShay of the world. Russell, what are you talking about? They're gonna be trades. No worries. Me and Chris gonna give you another one. It's gonna have the trades included. Chris is gonna give you all the trades. Ain't that right, Chris?
Not just yet. I'm about to say.
He's not gonna do it today. Today we're gonna go straight up, all 32 picks. We're gonna run them down. I got the list in front of me right now.
I'm about to say, I hope you got a list on you, bro.
No, I got the list. I got the list. Don't worry. I told you I got you on the first one. The first one is pretty much plug and play. And then now I could describe to you, you know what I'm saying, the spots, but you'll know most of these guys once I say their colleges, Chris, because you watch a lot of football. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so let me see. Let's go here. And so we'll just jump off the mock draft 1.0 again. No trades, which means no trades. So first and foremost, Chris, I'm going to jump it off of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tell me what you think. I got Jacksonville Jaguars at the number one, taking Trevor Lawrence. Clemson, I mean, it's pretty much written in the sand. Their primary need is a QB. They just got a coach. What's up?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, that's their primary need. They got a new coach. Like, it's a year where it is a guy who's projected to be better than everybody else. Like, you just got to eat that one. If he's not what he's supposed to be, it is what it is. But you would hate to not draft him and he turns out to be great and you had a chance to get him. So I agree with that.
All right, number two. We got the New York Jets, number two. Now, remember, people, I'm going to say this a lot because I know when you listen, you're going to be like, what the fuck? But the Jets, no trades, nothing has happened. We ain't putting nothing in. So the Jets, the team has a decision to make a QB. They have not made it yet. They probably will make a trade, but we don't know. It hasn't happened. So since it hasn't happened, we're going to act like Sam Darnold still is on the team. What he needs a weapon. So I'm saying Jamar Chase will be the first receiver taken off the draft board from LSU. What you think?
If you're saying no trades have taken place and looking at it in that perspective, I would agree with it. I'm not tripping on the Jamar Chase, but I would also look at them taking a lineman.
Okay. All right, third pick. We got the Miami Dolphins. This is the one they got from Houston. Oh my God, it may be the first time it's ever happened in the history. But if no trades happen, there's no reason not to do it. The Miami Dolphins, no trades. Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama, just because I feel like things line up for a reason. And even if you do it and it doesn't work, you still have to take things that line up. This is the quarterback and the receiver that won the national championship and that tore it up the next year. I don't see why you don't have them playing on the same team in the NFL. If you think that Devontae Smith is too small, if you think that Tua has some sort of deficiencies, get the two guys together that have literally been working with each other since they were like 17 years old.
Yeah, that's one of those. If it fails, I can live with it.
Yep.
Because of the potential of how great it could be.
It could be Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning, not as in equals of player comparison, but as in connections. Tom Brady, Gronk. These guys could connect.
Yeah, so I mean, it's based off of the potential of what it could be. I can't disagree with that.
All right, now number 4, Atlanta Falcons. All right, this is what I say. Like, again, some things are meant to be. Justin Fields, you got to pick the field. You got to pick the Georgia kid. He was destined to play in Georgia, and I think this is the start of the process of whether they release Matt Ryan or not. I think they're going to pick him. Whether or not I think they're picking him, whether or not they do anything, I think they're picking him.
Yeah. Even if he stays, I can still see that. Even if you don't play him for a year.
All right. The next one I got is we got the Cincinnati Bengals. I think me and you are going to agree with this one wholeheartedly 100%. I didn't even write a lot of notes on this one. I just said the Bengals need an offensive tackle because you got to keep Joe Burrow alive. So they got to pick Penny Sewell. They got to pick him. They got to. That's all I got on that.
Agreed.
Like, if you watch football, then you saw many hits on Joe Burrow, and one hit his body went.
I was gonna say once you have a quarterback, it's best to start protecting him. So.
Facts. All right, number 6. I think you're gonna like this one, 6. And people, just let you know, Chris just knows the players. He doesn't really know. He does not know who I picked. So 6, I think you're gonna like this one. 6, I got the Philadelphia Eagles, no trades. Patrick Surtain, CB from the cornerback from Alabama. Here's why though. So the Eagles they're gonna move on from Carson Wentz. They're gonna get Jalen. The defense needs help in the secondary, but get this, their safeties finished in top 6. And like in overall like stats, they finished like they were a top 6 safety tandem. Now their DB group, it was like 20, but they have Slay. So if you get Slay, you put Baby Surtain on the other end of that, you're probably gonna have a pretty good defense. Then you have Jalen, a quarterback that's gonna be a run control, ball control type of quarterback. I would go that instead of receiver to jump it off, me personally, rather than just go for a receiver or something else.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
All right. And the Detroit Lions, this is one that's going to make you live, Chris. All right, they said the Lions have already got Goff. Goff has been traded. Now, the one thing they have got Galladay, they got Swift. The one thing that Goff had when he went to the Super Bowl was a guy that could stretch the field in the slot or really wherever he was. I think the Detroit Lions, no trades. They picked Jalen Waddle. You need to get that speed.
I can agree with that. I can see them taking Waddle. I see them taking a receiver. Waddle.
It's a Brandon Cooks. It's a Brandon Cooks effect, people. And now Devontae Smith is good. I just said it's a Brandon Cooks effect because the one thing.
I'm with you on that. Like I just see them taking a speed kind of receiver.
Because I was juggling when I was doing it. I was like, man, Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, can I move him? But then I thought about whenever Goff was at his best, he had Brandon Cooks. And Jalen Waddle is a lot like T.Y. Hilton, those Brandon Cooks type of guys. So he's a lot like T.Y. Hilton.
But
those type of guys.
I wouldn't be mad at the Dolphins if they took Waddle with the 3.
I wouldn't either. He also.
So like if the Lions, if you flop them, I would still have.
It's still good.
Yeah, but I could just see either one, but Waddle to them, that still is a good pairing.
All right, let me fire through them. Okay, number 8, the Carolina Panthers. I think I slipped and told you this one on a phone call. The Carolina Panthers, they are going to need to get a QB. Now, if you paid attention to the season, you saw P.J. Walker had a lot of success. P.J. Walker is a mobile quarterback. What is the mobile quarterback with a slinging arm in this draft that has not been picked yet? Zach Wilson. I think that Zach Wilson's going to get picked. A backfield of him, Christian McCaffrey, you got speed receivers on the outside, and we saw the success that a quarterback in that kind of mold had in the offense. And I like Rule. But what you think?
I can agree with that. Like you got to start building. They are 2 more years away team, in my opinion. You get your quarterback this year. You can pick up some more linemen. You can pick up you got some solid receivers. Get a quarterback a chance to grow. I let Teddy go out there for at least half the year. And if it's going downhill, you can let the quarterback come in. I can agree with that.
All right, number 9. We got the Denver Broncos. Shout out Matt. Yo, HTX Max Fitness. Hey, what's up with you? Max Fitness, my bad. What's up with you? Hey, all right, so let me break this down real quick to you. So they have wide receivers. They got Sutton. They got Judy. They have a safety tandem that was one of the best in the league. They do need a corner, but they really don't need they do need a corner. They really don't need an edge rusher because they still got Vaughn. He got a couple years left. And I would say, yes, corner is needed, but since you have Chubb, who had a great year. I believe he made the Pro Bowl this year, and was an All-Pro. You have Chubb. You got Von Miller coming back. I think you want to get the kid from Penn State, Micah Parsons. One, because if you're gonna have to pick an edge rusher and there's not one available that just blows your mind right now, you're gonna want to get a guy that is gonna be probably a good player. And I have not seen a Penn State linebacker that was not a good player in the NFL. Have you?
Nah, this boy is pretty solid. Tackling machine.
And I'm just thinking that if you have Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, and you put that guy out there,
you got a 4-down.
Solid.
You got a 4-down linebacker.
Yeah.
Or 3-down.
That's different. Number 10. It's the Dallas Cowboys. Ooh. All right, so here we go. The Cowboys need a secondary for the linebacker. The Cowboys need a secondary, right? Because we have good linebackers, but they can't play freely. As you know, Chris, the one way to get your linebackers to be able to play freely is to have good defensive linemen, and you got to have their front and back ends covered for them so they can just roam. If that's the kind of, at least I believe, you want to have linebackers like that, you got to have a good front four and you got to have a good back four. And so I think what they're missing is a cornerback. They got Diggs last year. I think they need to backdoor and go ahead and draft Caleb Farley. He's a cornerback from Virginia Tech. I want to say he set out this year, but he's a. I think that he's good against physical guy.
Nah, you gotta take a cornerback. Like at the end of the day, y'all gotta take a corner. Like in y'all case, you would hope, because there's some people saying he might be the first corner taken, and y'all can get Surtain as, but either or, you need somebody on that edge.
Yeah,
like
on the other
y'all
edge.
need a corner.
All right, Cowboys, we knocked it out. All right, Chris, New York Giants. I think you're gonna like this one. Yo, the Giants played very well on defense. They played hard. What happened was they could rush the pass from the inside, but they couldn't get any pressure from the outside, like literally. And if you watched the Giants and you saw this, so I think that what they will do, I think they're going to do this whether trades happen or not. I think they're going to get Kwity Paye because they just need a guy that can just rush the quarterback. Like they have corners, they have safety.
They still got Lawrence out of Clemson. They drafted him last.
Yeah, their interior rush was ranked pretty high.
And then
off the edge.
And they had what's my name, Leonard Williams out there.
Yeah.
Like they got some young D linemen. Like they need one more. You can't have enough edge rushers in my opinion. Like they don't have one dominant one who would emerge. Just you always take another.
Well, from what I read though, like what I was reading is like, and shout out to Pro Football Focus, is that they were able to create the pressure on the inside. Like they was able to create the pressure on the inside, but they wasn't able to create the pressure from the outside. So I'm thinking like if you're a top 10, top 15 pick, you might as well get what's perceived to be the best edge rusher in the game. And I'll give a shout out to Michigan players because even though for some reason with John Harbaugh y'all can't get a ship in the league, y'all are pretty good. They make it work. They're professionals. Next one is the San Francisco 49ers. This is another one y'all is gonna make Chris say, man, Russ, thank you. You're not all into the skill shit. I think that the 49ers, because the health is what killed them this year, they have pretty much everything they need. They're more than likely going to trade for a quarterback. We don't know how. Until then, they do. I think they take I think his name, forgive me, I believe it's Elijah Vera Tucker. He's a big-ass offensive lineman out of USC. Tackle. I think they get him. I would think even if they make a trade, and they end up with more picks, I think they're going to pick a tackle anyways. But I believe, in the land of no trades, this is what's going to happen. What you got for me?
I can live with that. Like I can see them getting somebody to protect the front.
All right. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. This is the one that, I was waiting. This is, Chris, this is my sleeper rookie of the year candidate on offense. Like, if y'all don't know, I've been talking about him for minutes. The Chargers got a QB. They got receivers. They actually have an okay. They need some linemen, but it's okay. They good. We saw them. They operate. What they don't have is a staple running back, just someone that you are just like they're gonna give him the ball, and even if Herbert don't go off today, he could hit me with 150 and 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris.
That would be a real good. Yeah, that'll be a real good pick for them. Like nothing against what's the name, the small soldier. I can't think his name. Eckler, yeah, but like he's a good change of pace, but Najee Harris is a four down. He's a monster.
4 down. Like a Najee
you
Harris.
can hand it to Najee Harris time after time after time.
I've said this. Najee Harris is bigger, but as his play style goes, and as a back that he doesn't make you say, "Oh my God, he's just so fast," but you've seen him break away. He doesn't say "Oh my God, he's so strong," but you've seen him truck people. He doesn't make you say, "Oh man, the pass protection," but he protects the quarterback. He's like a big ass Emmitt Smith, man. And I'm not saying he's gonna lead the league. I'm talking about being a balanced running back that is good at everything. Like he's a solid at everything.
Like, I see a lot of Emmitt, and this is kind of weird, but like he's what I expected Saquon Barkley to be.
That's a good thing.
Like he's a big dude. He will run through you. Like Saquon really he breaks him. Like he's just to me he don't run like how his body looks. Like like Najee Harris is you can get that dude the ball 30 times. He's gonna be sturdy. Like I like that pickup.
Yeah, I like Saquon. Saquon is like a big ass Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
That's not hating. I'm just saying, hey man, that's what it is.
Like you just think a guy like that is just a flat out monster, just running through guys, and that's not the case.
And who knows? Maybe he'll change his style. But until then, pick number 14, the Minnesota Vikings. Ghost, don't think I don't remember what you did to me. TJ Augustus. All right. Anyways, inside joke. So Minnesota Vikings, Rashawn Slaughter. I got an offensive tackle. I really did. They hit big on the wide receiver pick. I wasn't wrong in the talent level of Jefferson because I liked him last year, Chris, a lot. But I was wrong in the fact that I didn't know he was gonna do that.
And bro, I if you sold on
Thielen, my guy,
and you like it was no need of them paying Thielen and Diggs. So I'm not mad at them because they wouldn't replace Diggs. Like clearly, even if they had Diggs, they weren't gonna be that what he was with in Buffalo. He wasn't gonna do what he did in Buffalo there. So I think they replaced the position they got rid of. They just like you said, they go with lineman. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I got his name is Rashawn Slater. He's from Northwestern. A lot of times people, Chris will tell you, I'll tell you, if you see a team in college that, oh my God, they're good and their skill position players just don't stand out, it's because their offensive linemen are sick as shit. It's because their offensive linemen get down. All right, here's one that you're going to like, Chris. Or you're going to be like, Russell, you reaching for him, but I think I like him. Y'all see me do a player comparison on him. Now, the next team is number 15. It's New England Patriots. Now, New England Patriots have one problem this year. They had a lot of problems, but they have about 9 players coming back next year. So on defense, I'll give them that. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. On offense, we don't know what they're going to do at QB. There's no trades being done. But I can tell you there's one guy on the board that is a killer at receiver. His name is Rashad Bateman. Now, people, I love Devonta Smith, and I love Jalen Waddle, and I love all the receivers. It's my favorite position. Chad Johnson's the GOAT. Shout out. But this kid, Rashad Bateman, is a fool. And if you've never seen Minnesota football, which a lot of people haven't, I mean, if you're like me and just college football junkie, then Minnesota used to come on early on ESPN when nobody was watching. But that kid is a fool. He was number 0, and I believe he was number 13 at one point, but I could be wrong. They switched numbers, it's confusing. But Rashad Bateman is a receiver out of Minnesota. I'm gonna
tell you.
I got him again.
I'm not disagreeing with receiver or just a pass catcher, but I could see them taking Kyle Pitts out of Florida with that spot.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And you might be right because he is rated a lot higher. I just for some reason I don't know. When I watch a lot of guys I'm about to go on a slight segue. Okay, so Chris knows this. Like Chris, you remember. Like, I wasn't saying nothing about the kid Gallup and Michael Gallup for the Cowboys. And I did a top 5 receiver thing that I was just trying to see who the best receivers that I think are coming out in the draft, like just talent-wise. And then I ran across his tape. And when I ran across his tape, I was like, holy shit. I was like, nobody that runs up against this guy stands a chance. And he played for Colorado State. And so I ran across Rashad Bateman's film, and I was like, holy shit. Like Chris, me and you saw N'Keal Harry. And honestly, he got us with the catch. You know what I'm saying? He was cold, but he got us with that catch against UTSA. But I watched a lot.
UTSA. Yeah,
I watched a lot of Bateman, bro. Like, that motherfucker is good. Like, he is good. Like, he is good. Like, you line up against him, you sweating. Because, like, he could catch it short, take it. He could catch it down the middle. His route running is good. He's got hands. He played in Minnesota. He's used to the cold weather. But you already know it is. But I don't get to agree with Kyle Pitts, but you'll see where I have Kyle Pitts. Don't worry. I got you. All right, so we got number 16. We got the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals have a good team. They got their quarterback. I really think, Patrick Peterson is gone. I think the best thing you can do is replace him. Because you already have Budda Baker. You got another Murphy. Forgive me. But there's what's his name? The kid from Washington. I forget his name, and forgive me. They have a young kid. They have the young kid from Washington playing corner. They got Budda Baker out there. They have Isaiah Simmons. So they got a pretty good young defense. I say add to it. Go get Jace Horn. That's the cornerback from South Carolina. Hey, y'all, I haven't done this player comparison yet, but when I do, guess what? It's going to be another guy from South Carolina. The motherfucker Stephon Gilmore. The dude is a dog. Like, dog. And but I got them picking Jace Horn. I don't think they're going to pick anything else because I think Kyler Murray is one of those quarterbacks, Chris, like you described, that you just got to let him do what he do, and he's going to make the players around him better.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with that one.
Or at least have a year to find out. All right, now we go to number 17, the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, the Las Vegas Raiders have been trying to draft this position for a long time because they have pretty much all the other positions taken care of, and that's edge rusher. They just can't seem to find one. And I do think they try to get another one. And the one I think they try to get is the guy that wore a turnover chain once or two in his career, and it's Gregory Rousseau. I believe it's Rousseau. If it's not, forgive me. But he's the guy that you saw from Miami getting a lot of sacks, nigga.
Yeah, they got to get to the QB.
That's pretty much. I didn't have, like, when I was going through the list of players, I didn't really have. I was looking and I was like, they do need an edge. And that's when I looked it up and I found out they've been trying to get an edge rusher, but for some reason they can't pick one. They've picked a lot of guys that were supposed to be good. They couldn't get it. So I think they keep trying because the other positions that they have a need for are more like they need more of them. Like maybe we need another receiver, or maybe we need another.
They need defense in general.
Another corner, or maybe we need another, like something like that. But I think an edge rusher is what they're going to go to first.
I feel like if you get the edge rusher, that'll buy your cornerback a little bit more time. So I will go with the edge rusher. All
right. And then we got number 18, the Miami Dolphins. Again, forgive me if I obliterate this, but I believe it's Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah. That is the linebacker from Notre Dame. I have one thing to say about this. I believe the Dolphins are ready to go. If two is good, they good. I do believe they do need another linebacker. They got Van Noy. I forget who the other linebacker is, but that's the reason why they need to get one. And I like Notre Dame linebackers, except for Monte Teo. And not because of the whole internet thing, just because he's just not that good. But yeah, he's just not that good. But Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah, I think that he would be the one. And if I messed up the name, I'm sorry. I promise you I'll never mess it up again. But that's what I got. I like Notre Dame offensive linemen, linebackers, and receivers.
Yeah.
I think those guys.
Word to Will Fuller.
Yeah, I think those guys. I mean, shit, Claypool. Those positions when they have them for some reason, they're like, Jalen Smith. Jalen, you be pissing me off on Sundays because I want so much, but you cold in the bitch. So I be tripping, but you cold. But Jalen Smith, if you didn't get hurt, we wouldn't have got you. Probably would have went like number fucking 2. Let me see the Washington football team. He who shan't be named. The Washington football team. I got them at this point. They got a good coach. The coach showed you that he's able to coach the team up. Their defense is really good. Chase Young is scary. Your face scares kids. No, he's dope, and I think that they're just gonna go ahead and try to get a quarterback. And I think what they're gonna do is draft Trey Lance from North Dakota State. I think that's where he ends up going.
That ain't a bad one. They need a quarterback bad.
Yeah, and at this point, with teams not trading and stuff, that he's there for him. So why not take him? And number 20, man, I just realized as I segue, as I go off on a tangent, not a tangent, but just as I digress. Man, I'm gonna call this Russell's mock 1.0 Madden style because niggas don't be trading picks in Madden. Okay, but the next one is the number 20 pick, the Chicago Bears. That's gonna be Mac Jones. I simply said like this, y'all. Matt Nagy, of all the stuff we say about him, he didn't pick Mitchell Trubisky. Since he didn't pick Mitchell Trubisky, I believe that he's going to say, I want a guy that can run my system. And honestly, the best system quarterback in the draft, and that's not being used in a derogatory sense, that being used in the sense of the guy that's going to do what you want in your system to perfection, is Mac Jones. And so I think Mac Jones is going to get drafted to Chicago Bears because they just need a guy that, quite frankly, just don't fuck this up. And I think that Mac Jones guy.
Going to be like Alex Smith and had a good run with Alex Smith. Like, he's just not going to fuck it up. Like,
100%. Next one, number 21, the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Indianapolis Colts need to just pick the best player available. I do believe they are going to trade to get a QB. I don't even know which QB they're going to get. We don't know, but we know that something's going to happen. But by any means, no matter what they do, they're going to need someone to catch passes. They got receivers. So, Chris, here's your boy. Kyle Pitts to the Colts. Kyle Pitts to the Colts to get passes from whatever quarterback they get. Now, trades happening, we don't know, but Kyle Pitts probably is going to go a lot earlier. But hell, with trades happening, this shit might happen. Anyways, but yeah, I do believe at this point, no trades. Indianapolis Colts, Kyle Pitts would be the pick, and Kyle Pitts is one of them tight end receiver type guys. I think with the proper team, he's one of those guys that's in line to be like Waller, Kelsey, all those. He's going to be the next guy. He's really dope.
Yeah. And under the circumstances of the draft you're doing in the 2.0 or the mock draft, I could take that. Like that would be a real perfect place for that boy. Like, they got Pittman.
Mm-hmm.
Like that boy Pascal, pretty nice. T.Y. still there. He getting along in the tube, so I could see him. You know what I'm saying? You still got a couple years you can get out of T.Y. You put a nice tight end out there, that can make them real scared.
Yeah. Shit, they can win some games with that lineup with what's the name of quarterback? What's our boy? Damn.
No.
What's his name? Damn. Bruh. Is he yeah, Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett, but I call him Brisket.
He's cooking. Okay, so we got 22 Tennessee Titans. We got Joseph Osai. Did I say that right?
From UT?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's definitely what they need. That defense is pretty sucky.
You know, it's like shameless plug. If you haven't seen the Sportsplug shorts play comparison, I got him on there. You should watch that. I got him compared to a pretty good guy. It's pretty dope, but you got to watch to see. The Texans need a rusher from the edge. He's the perfect fit. If you don't, if people say a lot of things about the Big 12 defense, that's cool. But there's singular players within the Big 12 that wreak havoc, and they're insane, and he's one of them. The Duke is ball. Number 23, the New York Jets. The New York Jets, now, again, guys, no trades. So in this scenario, they still got Sam. So, with them having Sam, they're going to continue getting weapons for him. I already told you before. We went and got Jamar Chase for him before. We got one weapon. Let's get him a running back. Travis Etienne. Clemson.
And see, me personally, I don't agree with them going and getting a receiver and a running back. Like, at some point, they got to draft a lineman. I'm not saying that ain't a bad pick, but if you got 2 first-round picks and the quarterback getting hit, they better go get a lineman at some point.
Completely agreeable. This is why you're gonna probably say, "Oh shit, nigga, you should have swapped the others. You should have swapped them picks." So you got, even though it's a tackle, I think they need an interior alignment for the Jets. Yeah, it is. What they do need an interior alignment. That is why I ended up just going with Travis Etienne. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've lost their center. Now I made this before he retired, but I still think they need to tackle more. Whether Ben Roethlisberger's there or not, because if he's not, then shit, you're probably gonna be playing young
Duck
Washington.
Hodges.
Oh,
Oh,
Duck.
no, you got Dwayne Haskins. I
They
forgot.
went and got Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, and for y'all that don't know, there's a lot that can be done when an older uh, father figure, like, not to say he doesn't have a father, but basically Mike Tomlin might have sat down in a room with Dwayne Haskins, and I think if one person can straighten that young man out, it would probably be him. And if he does, they're not going to need a quarterback, but they're still going to need a tackle. So I think you're going to get Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. It's a tackle. Protection, like you said, is the name of the game.
I can see both of them teams taking some linemen now.
You'll like my next one. Then number 25, because we're getting close to the end. Number 25, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, Chris, you got your quarterback, protect him. Jalen Mayfield, he's an offensive tackle from Michigan. Again, Michigan players do pretty good in the league.
Yeah.
Can't beat Ohio State. Number 26, Cleveland Browns. Now, this guy's rated pretty high. I want to say he's rated in the top 20 of players. Now, the Browns at this point, they need a player on defense that just makes an impact. They got a good linebackers. You know, Matt Wilson's pretty good. They got Garrett. Who knows? They might have JJ at this point. You want to get David Collins. He's a linebacker from LSU. Now, I don't know if he's the one that ended up in the scrum. I think he is, but I'm not sure. I don't want to say he is.
As long as he wasn't nobody getting stomped on.
I mean, if he was, at least you know he ride for the squad.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I don't think that was him. But anyway, that's not for us to discuss right now. One day we will with video. But so we got number 27, the Baltimore Ravens. This is the one that I was very, very, very excited to pick because if Allen Robinson doesn't go to the team in free agency, which I think he will, but he might not, I believe that they're going to pick Terrence Marshall Jr. Now, here's exactly why I said they're going to pick Terrence Marshall Jr. I just said it because basically he's 6'3" and he played wide receiver at LSU. I mean, any question? Name me an LSU receiver that's not getting it done.
Nah, that's a good pick for him. I can't disagree with that one. Only person, because I like Taylor Wallace better, but Taylor Wallace is just too small. Like, you need to get a big target for Lamar.
I think Taylor Wallace is going to be second round stud. But, like, again, only doing first. But, next one. All right, let's get through it. We got the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers, I think at this point they finally get a weapon in the first round for Rodgers. And I'm saying they're thinking Randall Cobb and not the guy you're probably thinking, but a guy before him is from Florida, Kadarius Toney. I was thinking about the kid from Purdue, but I went Kadarius Toney. Small, fast, quick receiver to put out there, thinking Randall Cobb to get out there with those other receivers.
Yeah.
All right. We got the Buffalo Bills, like me and you talking about, they got a pretty set team. You can always get the line better. I think they go ahead and get Alex Leatherwood. That's that big-ass dude you saw mauling people from Alabama.
Yeah. He was a monster.
Yes. I believe that was
just a monster.
Number 31, Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl losers. We have Liam Eckenberg. He's just a tackle from Notre Dame. All right, yeah, it may seem like, damn, Russ, you're making jokes, but really, I did think to myself, well, you had 2 tackles go out. You
can't let that happen to you again.
Again, you just can't let it happen. So you might as well get, and again, Notre Dame linemen, they translate. So there we go. Last but not least, before we wrap it up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is what I wrote down. They will lose Shaq Barrett because guys on that team are gonna go get paid. The perfect way to replace the pass rush is going to be to draft a guy. The guy that'll be available right here, I believe, is Azeez Ojulari. Forgive me. He's from Georgia. Edge rusher. He's a long guy. Get it done. That wraps it up. What you think about that one before we wrap it up?
Yeah. The Tampa Bay ain't gonna be losing pass rush, so
I bet you can't wait to get the trade. You can't wait to get the trade because you're probably like, ain't none of this shit gonna go down. Oh, these niggas.
I mean, it's a good start though.
No, it is.
It's a good 1.0.
I don't like to use trades in 1.0. We will do 2.0. We're gonna have some basketball for y'all the next episode. Man, probably all basketball. We got some basketball for y'all next episode. Then we're gonna do a draft for y'all. Mock draft including trades. We might have some guests. Other than that, Chris, what do they need to stay?
Sucker free, baby.
Hit subscribe and like. This has been a Sports Club podcast. Hey, check us out on YouTube.
Yo.
Bye.